I should have been at the factory. I have stopped the bat. Bat better be ready. It's almost time. The hardest is when you go back.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud detective, a dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Careful, Detective, or those blades will open up the car like a tin can. You being the expired hunk of stale meat inside. Careful, Detective, or those blades will open up the car like a tin can. You being the expired hunk of stale meat inside. done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth. You know, Detective, if I'd rigged that grapple point to detach, you could be dead in a moment. But where would the satisfaction be in that? You will be your own downfall, Detective. I have no doubt. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friend? I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there. Look at you, Detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier.
me this. What's dead? You!
I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there! Excellent. You are barely keeping up to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out. Perfectly designed riddle and unfair death trap really comes down to user error.
Hey, Eddie. Can't we play a different game? This one's getting old.
Which cabinet, kitty cat? Can you trust him, Catwoman? Can you trust? Remember, Catwoman, all but one of them will kill you. Horribly kill you.
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key, well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
I have always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swooned. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Selena's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
Back up! It's the bat! Drive! Run! Get away from him! Uploading virus now. Tanks on the move, sir. Good luck. Enemy spotted! Otisburg! Direct hit! Yeah! Drone's been hit! Alpha targets hit a drone!
The bomb's payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
Assuredly done, sir. As ever. When you're gone, the people you have had. Coward in my shadow.
Selena's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
What's Ivy doing working with the ba-
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes.
Well, hello again to my favorite comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, when you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
Can you get up there?
The ceiling? Easy.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls?
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist.
Twist.
Catwoman. Good. That pain is what stupidity feels like.
Oh, Eddie, you're going to feel very, very stupid when I catch up with you.
Done on this side.
Okay, done over here.
Congratulations. And now your reward. Robot.
Here you go.
Hang in there. Let's not waste any time.
Get it!
Fine. The key. Take the key. I suppose you've just about earned it.
Seriously, Eddie, how much longer? Is it going to take?
Well, how clever the pair you must feel. How smart. Well, I hate to intrude upon this little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the Batman will fail you, because waiting for any monolithic terminal is my greatest trial.
Batman, we...
Don't let Riddler's get to you.
Eddie is an idiot. But he's an idiot who built a series of underground death traps across the city.
And?
And I just wanted to say, be safe. This is definitely your mess, and I appreciate you cleaning it up. But just be careful while you do it, okay?
This is your chance with Catwoman. She's vulnerable, trapped in an abandoned orphanage. That sure spells romance to me. Speaking of which, I went back to the afterlife to check on Talia. And, well, we got talking about how you basically murdered us both. She started crying, so I went to comfort her, and, well, before I knew it, one thing led to another, and, you know. Thing is, Tally and I just want you to be happy. I tell the little pussycat how you feel while you still can, Patsy. Because when I take over your body and lock you away in a tiny little corner of your mind, I'll kill her first.
Ranelagh Ferry Terminal. Okay, Riddler. This game ends now.
Burning bat symbols. What is that? Some kind of SOS or something? Oh crap! He's coming after us! Floor it! Jeez, he's coming after us! Oh crap! It's Batman! Get us out of here! Run! Go! Go!
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph. So I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on towards your humiliation and death, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course. A symbol of your failure. My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, Detective. My masterpiece, my Enigma Resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-sized children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Toodleberg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. That's it, Detective. Drive faster, drive headlong into defeat. Oh, you incompetent boy racer. To clarify, Detective, this bit is not the surprise. Behold your doom! What? Impossible! That cannot be! You should have fallen to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equations right here! Too slow, Detective, too slow. For a second there, I was almost concerned. It's noble of you to try the course again, Batman, but really, I don't want to end up pitying you. Detective, you've already failed. This is simply too hard for you. It's too ingenious. That wall, the loop, the trap. No, Batman, you can't ride through solid objects. It's really basic physics. When you failed that last lap, I could see the headlines, Detective. Riddler triumphant. Batman disgraced. Gotham awed. Come on, Detective. It's a linear course. But how? You failed. I saw you fail. You can't get better. It's not allowed. You're going backwards, Dark Knight. Is this a valiant attempt at a joke? It was luck. Luck! The kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath. You've been waltzing with Lady Luck your whole life, Detective. But now the music stops. No! This isn't right. This isn't possible.
Is it happening? I am the Riddler, and you shall not defeat me!
Oh, you incompetent boy racer. Hurry up, Detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. Too slow, Detective, too slow. For a second there, I was almost concerned. Don't be ashamed to have failed, Detective. This isn't a racetrack. It's an immaculately constructed work of art. It is perfection. And to think, I was actually concerned you may succeed. I forgot who I was dealing with for a minute there. Careful, Dark Knight. That car has some value, even if you don't. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. More like it, Detective. You failed! For the briefest moment, you almost seemed capable. Feel that, Detective? It's called humiliation. Come back to the start of the course and I'll serve up some more. Such a pity I couldn't show you the Riddler mobile. It's bigger, faster, several times more aesthetically pleasing than your vehicle. It's in the shop. Farewell, Dark Knight. Come on, Detective. It's a linear course. Oh, Dark Knight. That looked like it hurt. Did it? Do you even know what a racing line is? No. Hurry up, Detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. No, Batman, you can't ride through solid objects. It's really basic physics. Too slow, Detective, too slow. For a second there, I was almost concerned. Detective, I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. No, Batman, you can't drive through solid objects. It's really basic physics. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. God, I mean, I knew you'd fail. Never doubted it for a moment. If you're feeling vainglorious enough for another attempt, Dark Knight, you must trundle back to the start of the course. And to think, I was actually concerned you may succeed. I forgot who I was dealing with for a minute there. Oh, you incompetent boy racer. Since you cannot even be counted on to kill yourself, I will do it for you. I'm controlling the mechanisms now. Controlling mechanisms. You'll make a mistake. Of course you will. I know you will. Goodbye. Stop not dying! Come now, detective. Time waits for no man. And I wait for no Batman. Too slow, detective, too slow. For a second there, I was almost concerned. Come on, detective. Back to the start of the course. Don't worry, detective. You have until dawn. Not that it'll make any difference. Make your peace, Dark Knight. This really is it. It has to be. Or if you prefer, that Roman knockoff Mercury. Hurry up, detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. God, I mean, I knew you'd fail. Never doubted it for a moment. Dark Knight, your penance for failure will be journeying back to the start of the course. To the start.
I can't leave the car now. The clock's ticking.
I want you to know, detective, that I'm recording all your attempts at this for posterity. And for my social media presence, of course. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. I knew it! I knew you'd fail! To think you had me worried. How embarrassing. Don't tell anyone. Oh, dear. That would have injured someone whose skull wasn't so thick. Dark Knight. That car has some value, even if you don't. detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. You did it. The key. Now you collect the key. Those are the rules, and I have to follow the rules, don't I? I set them after all.
Okay, almost there.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence, I'm afraid you're going to need it.
And here we go. Oh, that's it. No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You are now free. Free to take my final exam. To take my final exam.
Eddie, I didn't know you'd started cheating. I'm disappointed.
I dissemble. I artfully obfuscate. But I do not cheat. As you and Batman will discover when you attempt my final riddle room. Riddle room. You have a photographic memory, Detective, because I do. I can summon your sneering features at will. That is when they don't burst unbidden into my brain. I have perfect recall, too. I can remember every time you've hurt me. Sometimes I wake up, Dark Knight, to the feel of your hands around my neck, your carbon fiber-coated fists smashing into my solar plexus. How dare you brutalize me? Me! Your intellectual superior. You're better. Me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything. You're a thug, Detective, a bullying emblem of the arrogant notion that might makes right. Come back to the orphanage, where I will end you and the unjust things you stand for.
Now's my chance to free Selina from the orphanage.
Agreed, sir. Best of luck. What the? It's your family! He's failing us! Put your foot down! Go!
How have you been?
Perfect. Eddie hasn't said a word since you left that last course. Do you ever rub people the right way?
They never ask nicely.
This is it. One last hoop to jump through. Then I'm free to rob the blind. I mean, you know, make sure everyone got out. I'll check the art galleries first.
Meet the Riddleware. A puzzle which draws influence from both late 20th century puzzle cubes and mid-15th century torture devices.
If Eddie wanted us to play a game of life-size chess, he could have left us more pieces.
I don't think that was the idea.
Riddle me this. How can you play my game when you've already been barred?
Play my game.
Perhaps you're looking at this conundrum the wrong way. No, Dark Knight, you're way off the... You can't go through it, children. And no, you cannot tunnel under it either.
Can you find a way in? Stop some of the cubes from moving when I fire the charge.
I'm guessing that'd be my job.
Congratulations! Now let's cut to the best part.
Selena, watch out! Get ready!
I did it! I actually did it! I mean, of course I did. Good. As expected.